Welcome to the channel, everybody. In today's video, I want to talk to you about 5 products that I think you should consider putting in your golf bag because I believe they are game-changing. That term gets thrown around a little bit too much for my liking in the golf world, but I've picked out 5 products that I've put in my golf bag this year that I think you should consider as well. Let's get into my top 5. First up, now this one's only been in the bag for just a little while. I've only just got my hands on the new Loft and Lie gloves, but Steve Johnson, who's launched this project, has sent me, well, a glove case. Now I know what you're thinking, what's a glove case and who is Steve Johnson? Well, Steve Johnson is a fellow PGA professional and YouTuber, makes some great content, more around kind of golf coaching and things like that, so go make sure you check him out. I'll pop a little link for him in the description of this video. He's released Loft and Lie gloves. Now this is a project that he started this year, only just come out in November, so they are available for Christmas. However, he's launched 3 styles of glove which I actually think work really well. But it's not just about those gloves, it's about the case that those gloves go in. Now, if you're somebody like me who generally throws their gloves into their golf bag in a bit of a mess, well, Steve has produced this case, which if you carry a few gloves, he can separate them really quite nicely in this little pouch. So I've got my water rain resistant gloves here in the back. I've then got my kind of all-weather glove when it gets a little bit too hot or it's a little bit of damp in the air, and then I've got my kind of premium leather gloves which sit at the front. Now when I say this is game changing, I mean it's just slightly different. It's a way in which you can keep an eye on where your gloves are, but also just help manage them a little bit better. There's nothing worse than pulling out a nice leather glove and you've got it all scrunched up in the bottom of your golf bag. So thank you, Steve. Your project has taken it to number 5 in my category of top 5 game-changing products. Number 4, the Under Armour Drive Pro shoe. This is the shoe that I've been wearing all year, and I have to say, I love it. I love it for a number of reasons, but most importantly, comfort. Comfort is so important, especially when we're taking a shoe straight out of the box, as all of us do. We want to take a shoe out of the box. We don't want to break them in. We want to take it straight out onto the golf course and we want it to perform. We don't want any blisters and we certainly don't want our feet cramping up when we're out on that golf course. And this shoe has done it for me this year. Game changing to a point where we're using technology, the technology from this shoe all the way wrapped around it to give us the platform, to give us that strength and ability to hit that ball just a little bit further. I feel that this shoe, from a game-changing point of view, has won not only from the comfort side of things, but also giving me the confidence to be able to hit that ball as hard as possible and still gain the control that I need to hit more fairways and more greens. And you could say, well, actually, Dan, you're head to toe in Under Armour. Well, this year I have not been head to toe in Under Armour because I wanted this year to be a trial year with Under Armour. And I've got some great news in the fact that I'm going to continue my relationship with Under Armour for next year because I just feel that their shoes are the best on the market right now, not only from that comfort, but also from that technology. So more to come. But from a game-changing point of view, straight out the box, straight onto the golf course. Coming in at number 3, my Etha Sports Gel. Life-changing for me personally when it comes to keeping me on the golf course. It's plant-based, it's CBD, and I have in the past always been a little bit against, like, let's say taking gummies or whatever those CBD kind of products are out there, because they were kind of sold to me as help with nerves, help get you on the golf course and get over those anxious feelings. Well, for me personally, I feel like having anxious feelings and being able to deal with them in pressure situations is all part of sport. It's all about competition, isn't it? And you're going to get nervous. So overcoming those, I don't feel like you have to take or should take, let's say, some plant products to be able to overcome that. However, coming out of lockdown, my back has been horrendous, really, really bad. Carrying big cameras like I'm using today, carrying golf bags like I'm using down here, it all doesn't help when it comes to controlling my back. That's where Etha Sports Gel came into play for me personally. And you may have seen me at St Andrews with Sir Ian Botham doing a podcast related to this Etha Sports Gel, and it's helped him get back on the golf course. He's been through some horrendous injuries throughout the years, and it's just helped him. Now for me personally, keeping me on the golf course, keeping me out there filming, I know I need to manage it just a little bit better when it comes to carrying golf bags and carrying these big heavy cameras, but I apply this just before I go and play. If I start to feel it around sort of 10 or 12 holes, I'll reapply, but it really does keep me going, and it is a fantastic product, so check it out yourself. But that's the reason why for me it's game changing, it's life changing, and it comes in at number 3. Right, for product number 2, we need to head to the pro shop. And that is because I have found some winter mitts that you can't lose on the golf course. And the reason I say you can't lose them is because they attach themselves to the handle of the trolley that you're using. Now throughout the years I have lost so many mitts. I've been using these for the winter of last year, kind of January through to where we are now, where I've just got them back out, because when you get out onto the golf course, certainly in the UK, well, it can be a little bit fresh, and when you're playing in PGA tournaments, they don't care. If the game is on, the game is on, and you've got to get out there. So having winter mitts is really important for my hands with not the best circulation. So having these bad boys attached to your trolley is going to make it so much easier, certainly for those golfers out there that do struggle with a little bit of bad circulation like I do. So that is the reason why I've put these little beauties in at number 2. And the winner of my top 5 game-changing products for me personally is my new Sun Mountain travel cover. Oh, this is game-changing. I've recently been on an adventure over to Greece with this particular travel cover, and it has saved my back massively. Dragging these things through airports, into hotel lobbies, up the stairs, through the lifts, into your hotel room, that really does put a strain on your back. And even though I've got that new Etha CBD gel to help me with my back, this little beauty, I can pull it, I can literally pull it or push it with my little finger. Look at that, that is a full golf bag in there, and I'm pulling that along with my little finger. Now the reason this thing is so good is because of this little stand on the bottom. It's got your kind of standard 2 wheels, it's the weight of a normal bag, but it's got those wheels there which just make it glide beautifully through the airport. And simply all you do is pull it out or push it down. So if you're putting it onto the belt when you're checking into the actual airline, then you can just put it down and it will slide onto the belt. But when you're rolling it through the airport, just flick that up and off you go. Now for me personally, I literally carry everything when it comes to travel in this bag. I've got obviously my golf clubs, but I've got golf shoes, I've got tripods, I've even got my drone that travels in there. So it's pretty much got me covered, and it's got some little pockets inside for my golf balls and any extra little accessories that I bring. And I know what you're thinking, how can you have a top 5 products in the golf world and not have one golf club? Well, the reason for that is because I've given it some real hard thinking time with these top 5. Not as easy as you would think, but these are the products that have gone straight into my bag, or products that I am using straight away because they make my life just a little bit easier when I'm either traveling or I'm on the golf course. Keeping warm, keeping your muscles all relaxed, being able to travel in style, and being able to control your golf gloves, I think is hugely important to being able to perform the best of your abilities on the golf course. And that is why I've chosen these 5 products to be in my top 5, with that one being at number 1. But I'd like to hear what you think. Have you got a top 5 that you've moved into, not only this year, but over the last couple of years, that you think has helped with the performance of your game? Down there in the comments. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that have got your own top 5, which include clubs themselves, but that's just mine. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again on the next video.